Browns aren't that far away. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but okay, you got to find your quarterback, and that's a big find. I get that. But if you get a couple of pieces, then all of a sudden with that defense, you're going to get people's attention. And he might look at that, or he might say, hey, look at the Bengals in that offense. Hey, I'll build a defense to go along with that offense. Maybe, he just says, I'm going to go, be a TV analyst, which, he might like. He might find out that, Sean McVay is going to be a great analyst at some point. Probably gets one more Super Bowl appearance, and then he's probably going to go, hey, I can go dominate, in the broadcasting booth or a studio show. Yeah, Paul.
Hey, I want to say that Mike Tomlin should pass on all AFC North jobs if they come available. But if the Bengals job, the healthy Joe Burrow, becomes available, I would make my pick based off the quarterback. And Browns, you can't go to the Ravens, it's not going to be open. But that Bengals job, if it did come open, oh my gosh.
What about the Giants?
Yeah.
What about the New York Giants? I mean, you got some players there. As long as Abdul Carter shows up at meetings, Jackson Dart gets out of bounds. Yeah, Seton.
Yeah, that Bengals job is interesting. It's just a good chance to win with somebody else's players. Step right into a good situation.
Yeah. Yes,
such a good thing. Yeah. Would there be mutual interest with the Raiders or Dolphins in Mike Tomlin? He wants to stay in the AFC, and Mike McDaniel, I know the Dolphins have been playing well lately, and the Raiders are a disaster, and they got a lot of rebuilding to do, but maybe this Pete Carroll experiment is a one and done.
Of course there would be interest. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame coach.
Would he want to go to one of those teams?
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know Mike Tomlin at all. I don't think he's ever been on the show. He's been asked before, but he's never been on the show, I don't think. Yeah.
You know how the analysts always say the next head coach you hire, you want to be the opposite of the one you're firing? Mike Tomlin is the opposite of the Miami Dolphins head coach, Mike McDaniel. I mean, he is a tough guy, to the point, gritty football guy, no nonsense. He doesn't look like the IT guy with the quirky statement.
John in Philly. Hi, John. What's on your mind today?
Hey, Dan. 6 foot 185. As mentioned, you were talking about Mike Tomlin, and he would get, his pick of the litter if he would ever get let go by the Steelers. And as a Steelers fan, I feel like he is a bit overrated in the sense of he's having basically 2 separate careers. In the last 15 years, he's won 3 playoff games, and they were against Matt Moore, A.J. McCarron, and Alex Smith. Not the greatest resume in regards to postseason in the last 15 years.
All right. Well, thank you, John. I still think there will be a lot of teams in line. He's an upgrade. He's an upgrade on those other coaches in those positions. The question is, what does he want? What's Pittsburgh going to do? I mean, they got to find their quarterback. They haven't had a quarterback since Ben. And
we haven't had a quarterback since
formidable as it once
damn.
was. Feels like they get receivers.
Fuck
They don't keep
Ben.
receivers. Yeah, Paul.
Ben
We were
ain't
talking
that
about
long.
a month ago, best state for football, worst state for football. The current state of football in the state of Pennsylvania. Now, the Eagles are defending champs, but they don't feel like they're going back. Penn State is a real mess this week. And the Steelers, non-threatening?
Rich in South Dakota. Hi, Rich. What's on your mind?
Hey, Dan. 5'9", 180. As a lifetime Nebraska fan, I feel like Penn State is mirroring what Nebraska did back in 2000 when they fired Solich. I think Peterson, the AD, thought, hey, I'm going to have a list of people I can choose from when I come in the office on Monday. And they had to settle for Bill Callahan. And they haven't been relevant since. So I think Penn State really needs to be careful with their next hire on them, because they could be the next Nebraska football program.
Thank you, Rich. Great reference. I thought Frank Solich was a really good head coach. And then Nebraska fires him. He goes to Ohio University.
No.
Thought he was a really good coach. I did. But yeah, Penn State, National Signing Day. This is the kind of thing that reverberates not only this upcoming season, the season after that. And you're really going to have to dive into transfer portal. You're going to have to spend some money. And maybe they have a game plan. I have a couple of friends went to Penn State. And they're like, you wait and see. So every time there's news that somebody's not going to Penn State, I'll go, I'm still waiting to see. And then you had Kalani Sitake the BYU coach who said no to Penn State. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, as we all will. Ken in Ohio. Hi, Ken. What's on your mind today?
Good morning, Dan. Best to all of the boys in the ICU ward. I hope you all get feeling better soon. Got a couple, I guess I have a comment about this whole Lane Kiffin